He was clearly a Jesuit, dressed in the blacks. He had his beads with him, obviously saying his rosary. It's 105 degrees. He's got this big brimmed hat, and he's watching this practice relentlessly, 2-a-days for a week. And I keep thinking to myself, who is that guy? We're coming off practice. Thank goodness we're done. And that guy is making a beeline for us. And he actually said, "Mr. Arndorfer, may I have a word with you?" He stopped me and he said, "I'm Father Carroll. I've been watching you for a week. You're the quarterback of the football team, and you've been dogging it. You have to realize that God has given you gifts that you are not optimizing. That's not what we do here. We make the most of the gifts we've been given. Those are the men that impact your lives. Those are the people that set a new tone." It's a privilege to be following John Gladstone. They were years marked by growth, by prosperity, by affordability, by accessibility, by diversity. Jesuit education, whether or not you're in the Pacific Northwest or the East Coast or the Midwest, North, South, Europe, Australia, we all have the same goals. We're all here to transform lives. I think we can all agree that, especially in this political environment today, two issues that we're not talking about, remarkably to me, are education and family. And I think that those are the two biggest issues we have in the United States as a whole. And to me, the Jesuits have something to say about both. And certainly in terms of education, what they've done, their track record over almost 5 centuries speaks for itself. My family was divided by divorce in those years when I was in 8th grade. We were in some challenging circumstances, very limited resources. We had no faith life whatsoever. I was in a place where I personally needed male role models. My father didn't live with us. I lived with my 4 sisters and my mother. And my mother asked me at a critical time in my life if I wanted to go to a Jesuit high school. And the caveat was that I needed to work to pay the tuition. I was a switchboard operator for all 4 years, and I worked basically as a janitor during the summers, and it transformed my life. And that's why I'm here today. I got a Catholic identity. I got an extraordinary education. I was introduced to Ignatian principles. Everything to me has been a trail of blessings after I encountered the Jesuits at about age 13. I think one of the misunderstood concepts of Jesuit out there is that we're an elitist school. We're a school of a lack of diversity, but truly our student body is almost 30% diverse. We've got we've got more than 1 in 4 students that are on financial aid, and I'll work tirelessly to ensure that we have enough funding, enough resources that no student has to walk away because of lack of resources.